Chinese food, but for some reason, every Chinese restaurant I see has the craziest one-star reviews. Reviews like these terrify me, and usually are the deciding factor on whether or not I try a restaurant. But the thing is, there's no way all of these reviews are accurate every single time. So today I'm dining at different Chinese restaurants and putting them to the test just to answer one simple question. Should you always trust the reviews? Alrighty, y'all. Behind me is a Mei Mei's Chinese buffet. I figured I'd start at a restaurant like this because I feel like Chinese buffets are literally everywhere, even in the smallest towns in the US. Not to mention, this one specifically has some very dramatic one-star reviews, like this one from Anna. Absolutely disgusting and dirty. My husband and I will never go to another buffet after this one. Y'all, I was floored when I read this review. That means supposedly this buffet is so disgusting and dirty inside that it ruined every single buffet in the world for this lady. How bad could it be? I guess there's only one way to find out. I made my way to the front doors and was a little nervous because of Anna's review. Hello. Good. Yeah, just one. But after scanning the room, this buffet is very nice. The floors are spotless. Okay, so I am very surprised right now. This buffet is way busier than I expected. Despite being busy, it's also very quiet. There's like classical music playing, so I feel so awkward filming right now. I already got my water and I'm about to go check out the food. But before that, we need to go over this review from Gunther. If you respect yourself, do not eat here. Very bad food. This place should be called Styrofoam City. Bad. This review is a weird one since it definitely happened to Gunther since he has photos of it. I've never seen a restaurant serve food on styrofoam before, so I'm just hoping it doesn't happen to me too. I got up and made my way over to the buffet stations to investigate. These plates are not styrofoam. Let's go. Now that a few reviews are out of the way, time for a buffet tour. The Chinese station. The other Chinese station. Another Chinese station. Desserts. It's pretty crazy to me how many more food options there are here than the Circus buffet, despite being half the price. Go Mei Mei. So quick history lesson. Chinese buffets were started as a way to help introduce Americans to Chinese food in an affordable way. It also made it easier for Chinese immigrants to serve food without needing to be fluent in English. The first plate has been acquired, and honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. I got fried rice, sesame chicken, teriyaki chicken, and an egg roll. I had to try the fried rice first, since it's the most iconic Chinese dish. Fried rice smells pretty good. You know, the fried rice is not half bad. It could use a little bit more seasoning, but so far, I'm impressed. Now, this next review is about the teriyaki chicken in specific. Sandra says it tastes like plywood with sauce, and that her entire family had tummy aches 10 minutes after eating it. Here we go. What the heck is this review talking about? My goal for these videos is to be as honest as possible, so believe me when I tell you, this doesn't taste that bad. The chicken is a little overcooked, but I'd rather it be overcooked than undercooked, and I get salmonella. I won't know whether or not this gives me food poisoning until later though. The review did say that it took around 10 minutes before some tummies started hurting, so I'm just gonna eat some more and pray that doesn't happen. So it's been about 15 minutes, and honestly, I feel completely fine. No tummy aches here, thank God. I finished my meal, and overall, I had a way better experience at Mei Mei's Chinese buffet than I expected. Now, to be honest, the food wasn't amazing by all means, but the thing is, this place costs less than $15 per person, so it's a pretty good deal. Originally, when I read the reviews for this place, it did scare me, but I'm glad I didn't trust them. It's dinner time!
I always sound like a child.
Behind us is Heidi Lau, a Chinese hot pot restaurant. As you can see, I'm with my girlfriend Carrie now because she is going to be helping me test the next few reviews.
I really hope these reviews are wrong because it's cold and soup sounds really good.
Y'all, it's soup season, and I'm hungry.
Let's go.
Y'all, this place looks crazy. The first thing we saw was a robot waiter. We got checked in for our reservation and led to our table. Now, for those of you who don't know what hot pot is, I'm gonna let Carrie explain it.
Soup fondue.
Honestly, that's actually a pretty good explanation of what this is. But in case that didn't make sense, here's the more in-depth explanation. Hot pot is a traditional type of Chinese cuisine dating back thousands of years. It's a meal where you're given a bunch of different raw ingredients like meats, seafood, and vegetables that you'll cook by dipping in a delicious broth simmering right in front of you. Now, another cool thing about this restaurant is you actually order everything on an iPad. I'm assuming this is all so that they can minimize waiters and human error. However, the first 1-star review says differently. This place is way too expensive. Random items were added to bill, even we didn't order or receive. Carrie, would you be angry if you got charged for random things that you did not order?
Yeah,
Well, I hope that doesn't happen to us.
you're paying.
Yes, I am. I had to carry the iPad to pick out our soup bases, and while we were ordering, what is that?
Oh,
Sure. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if they brought this out because I'm filming, or if this is just an everyone thing, but they brought us strawberry tanghulu, also known as fruit and sugar.
Listen, ASMR.
So my immediate thought was, that was very nice of them. But then I remembered the review. They better not charge me for this, because I didn't order it. Are you ready to place the order? Okay, so a cool thing about Hai Di Lao is that you can order 4 different soup broths to pair with the other ingredients. Once we decided on those, we started picking out different meats, vegetables, and other hot pot items. Alright, and now that we've ordered the soup, the next step for hot pots is honestly mine and Carrie's favorite parts, the sauce bar. That's right, Hai Di Lao has a sauce bar with tons of different condiments you can choose from. Personally, I think being able to make your own sauce is very fun. However, some people don't like it. Specifically, Zoe. Here's what she had to say. This is a long one, so here we go. Most ridiculous thing happens yesterday. When I went to get the sauce, I was the only one, and the female employee who wore the hairnet kept wiping the sauce station, and I stood behind her for a long time waiting for her to finish wiping. After a couple of minutes, there were a large group of people trying to get sauce. The female staff, still standing there, keep hard working wiping the sauce station. PCW, the sauce station was pretty good during that time, and no need to wipe her clean. I don't even understand how this is a complaint. She is yelling at a poor woman just doing a good job cleaning. But anyways, now it's time for us to see if there's anyone stopping us from getting the sauce. You ready?
Let's get lost in the sauce.
We made our way over to the sauce bar, and it's crazy what happens next. Carrie, any signs of a cleaning lady?
No, it's looking pretty empty over here.
And very clean.
Yes.
We made our own sauces, and by the time we got back to the table, our soups had magically appeared. Y'all, the soup has arrived, and it smells.
Very good.
We both need to get so much better at describing things, but she's not wrong. It does smell very good. We have pork bone broth, tomato broth, beef tallow, and even though I'm Chinese, I cannot pronounce this, but it's something sour. Now we just need the other ingredients. So, while I wait for my food, I want to tell y'all about Upside. Upside is a free app that gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. And yes, that's real cash back, not confusing rewards points or credits. It's real money you can transfer straight to your bank account. This is super helpful to me because I spend quite a bit of money on these videos, so just getting cash back on everyday items goes a long way. There's over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app, and $1 million cash back is already being earned by users every week. Just the other day, Carrie and I claimed an offer from our favorite frozen yogurt place nearby and got 6% cash back. Go download the free Upside app by using this QR code or the link in the description box below and use code Dylan to get an extra $10 cash back on your first restaurant or grocery purchase. Huge thanks to Upside for sponsoring this video. I love y'all. The food should be coming out soon. I'm ready to eat. Aha! The food has arrived, and it looks so yummy. We got Napa cabbage, corn, mushrooms, meat, more meat, and some other stuff. Look at that marbling. Now that all of the food is in front of us, Carrie, what's the next step?
Eat.
No,
Oh.
we have to cook it.
Oh,
We drop the food into the soup.
and then eat.
Yeah. I got some meat, and I got some crazy sauce. Cheers. That is so good. Holy God. The meat itself is so tender, and it absorbs all of the flavor of the soup. Delicious. Now let's try the fish balls. Cheers. It's so savory, but with a little sweetness. These are delicious. It's safe to say Carrie's also a big fan of all of the food. So, we ordered something fun. At Heidi Lau, there was something on the menu called the Dancing Noodle Guy, and he's here. Carrie, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
This is gonna be a performance. Dinner and a show. This is one of the most bizarre yet cool things I've experienced at a restaurant. But look at this dude. I don't understand the purpose of this, but it's fun. How does he even do this? Whoa! That was very impressive and all. But how good do these noodles taste? My mouth was full. I said, ladies and gents, we are...
Tapped.
I was gonna say full, but capped works too. We are not on the same page with slang today. Anyways, now it's time to request the check and pray that what happened in this review does not happen to us. A waiter came out with an iPad containing the bill. The grand total came out to be $135.37. Seems a little too pricey, but after scanning the receipt and double checking all of the items, I discovered
baking shows how much you care. So it's no surprise we craft Lay's baked roasted garlic and herbs with farm-grown potatoes, delicious flavors, and 50% less fat before oven baking them to crispy perfection. Lay's baked crisps baked with care.
A century ago, our founders made a promise to always take care of their own. That promise is still at the heart of everything we do, and why our members know we'll do what's right, because at USAA, we take care of our own.
TikTok has over 50 preset safety and privacy settings to protect teens. Plus, as a parent, I set up family pairing to help shape my teen's experience on the app. Because when safety comes first, discovery can follow.
L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara is the best mascara out there. Plump's wear definition is right there. Haven't made the switch already. This is definitely your sign.
Pro Plan. Fuel for life. Because exceptional nutrition. Fuel.
nothing wrong with it. We're back in the car. Now it's time to answer the question, should we have trusted the reviews from Heidi Lau?
No.
I agree. We should not have trusted the reviews, and I am very glad we came. On to the next restaurant. All the way in Las Vegas. So I have very conflicted feelings about this next restaurant. This is Mott 32, and I flew to Vegas specifically to eat here. It's one of the most famous Chinese restaurants on the planet, with locations in Hong Kong, Seoul, Dubai, and a bunch of other famous places around the world. It's considered upscale Chinese food, which means it's fancy and very expensive, which is basically where my problem's at, because here's the thing. I don't like fancy Chinese restaurants. I've never been to a good one. Honestly, I just prefer the low-key hole-in-the-wall spots, but who knows? Maybe this place can change my mind. Let's go inside. I checked in for my reservation, and as the waitress led me to my table, I could tell right away that even if the food was good, my wallet is not gonna have a good time. This place is way fancier than I expected. I should have dressed better. I have the menu right here, and honestly, I'm not looking forward to checking out all the prices. So before that, let's go over the first one-star review from Jason. Do not go. Their kitchen does not work. I'm not actually sure what this review means. I picked it out because it was funny, but also, if it is true, it would be concerning. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to test this. I think I'm just going to wait for the waitress to come back and ask her.
Any questions?
Yes. Is the kitchen, working? Like the kitchen's good?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. I saw, a review, and it said, the kitchen wasn't working one day or something like that. I'm not sure why I had such a hard time asking that question. Anyways, review number 1, busted. Now, so far in this video, we've hit a few different types of Chinese food, and Mott 32 actually specializes in another style, dim sum. For those of y'all that don't know what dim sum is, I'll explain. Dim sum is a style of Chinese cuisine that focuses on small plates. Similar to Spanish tapas, there's a wide variety of different dishes, and it's typically eaten in the morning until early lunchtime. Traditionally, the food is brought out via these, rolling carts. I don't think that's gonna be happening here, which is kind of a bummer, since that's one of my favorite parts. But now that I'm done being annoying and critiquing the place, let's check this menu out. To no surprise, the prices here, it was a lot. So I'm on the dim sum section, and normally I'm used to paying about half the price for each of these dishes, but since this is fancy Chinese food, I'm going to try to be understanding and just assume that they use higher quality ingredients, and the food itself will be a lot tastier, or at least I hope that's the case. Along with their dim sum, Mott 32 is known for their Peking duck, which cost $128. This specific dish, out of all of the other options on the menu, has the most one-star reviews, and the one that worries me the most about it is from a guy named Billy. Paid $128 for the duck. It's advertised as a whole duck, but I only got the breast. They took the rest away. I would also be pretty mad if I spent $128 and did not get the entire duck. I placed my order and decided to get a drink. I have no idea what I got to drink, but it has boba. Oh, this is good. If I have two of these, though, I'm the one that's going to be getting a one-star review, because they're going to have to carry me out of here. While I waited for my food, I did some more research on Mott 32, and apparently, the name of this place originates from the first Chinese supermarket opened in New York in 1851, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Now that I know there's some history behind this place, my expectations for the food have kind of gone up. The first of my dim sum has arrived. So these right here are the Iberico pork xiaolong baos, also known as soup dumplings, and these are their signature sugar-crusted crispy pork buns. I was a bit thrown off by the pork buns at first, since I'm used to them looking a little bit more doughy. They also might have skipped on the filling a bit, but overall, they were pretty yummy. As for the soup dumplings, I kind of expected myself to like the xiaolong baos a lot more than the crispy pork buns, but I think I like the pork buns more. The broth that was in the soup dumplings, kind of bland. I did see a few one-star reviews about this though, so I guess those were true. I got a dish called pearl meat soup, which Gary said was very stinky and would trigger my vomit reaction. This is one of those dishes you need an acquired taste for, and I don't have it. But I didn't throw up. I was just alerted that the Peking duck is coming out any second now, and it actually gets carved at the table. Fancy. A waiter brought out a few condiments like scallions, sugar, and their house-made hoisin sauce. How did you do that? What? Then another dude rolled out a giant cart with their 42-day-aged Peking duck, and immediately began carving. First, he served up some of the crispy duck skin, which I was supposed to sprinkle some brown sugar on before eating. Crispy duck skin. At this point, I think I just like everything crispy. So, pretty good. Then he began carving other parts of the duck, placed a few dishes in front of me, and then took the cart away. So the duck has officially been carved, and I know, there is a lot of food in front of me. The thing is, I'm not sure this is $128 worth of duck, because a big portion of it did get carted away. I hate that I'm saying this, because I'm pretty sure this will taste good, but I think Billy's review is true. Alright y'all, let's dig in. I was given some rice paper to make these little Peking duck wraps. Beautiful. Time to see if this is worth $128. Yo, I don't know if it's just because I miss eating Peking duck, but this is very tasty. The duck skin is super crispy, and you can just taste the sweet and savoriness of the actual duck meat. Honestly, whether this is worth $128, kind of objective, but I like it. The total for everything, though, turned out to be around $250. So looking back on it, for the amount of food I ate, maybe it's not so worth it after all. Food was good, just very expensive. Now, should I have trusted the reviews? Honestly, a majority of them were kind of right. Good morning, y'all. I've officially made it to Chinatown. I'm sorry, that was terrible. Anyways, the reason I'm in Chinatown now is because according to everything I've seen online, the best Chinese food in Vegas is here, which makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm doing something a little different for this next restaurant that I normally do. I don't even know where I'm going yet. I've already been to a Chinese buffet, I've done hot pot, and I've even done fancy dim sum. So my only goal right now is to find a simple, yet very tasty restaurant somewhere in Chinatown. So, let's go explore. So according to the map, Las Vegas's Chinatown spans across 3 miles. There's plenty of things to do, tons of restaurants, and even a mall. I may have gotten sidetracked and made a few non-food purchases, like this cute little cat. I don't know, I like buying souvenirs. This is my new friend. Adorable. And once I got that out of my system, I began to look for a restaurant that would hopefully catch my eye. So I think I found it. Behind me is a restaurant called China Mama. See, the person who I think makes the best Chinese food is my mom, so it's only fitting that this is the next place I eat at. It turns out this restaurant also happens to be very highly rated on Google, but it still has some really crazy one-star reviews. Normally, crazy reviews like those are the exact reasons why I wouldn't go to a random restaurant like this, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's head in. Okay, so I just got seated. I kind of expected this place to be a hole in the wall, but I was very wrong. This restaurant is beautiful. It's got an open kitchen. For some reason, this place feels more like an authentic upscale Chinese restaurant than Mont 32. One thing I want to point out is that their menu looks like a typical traditional Chinese menu. I think that's a really good indicator that the food's gonna be tasty, so I'm excited to order. I got the sauteed mixed vegetables, mapo tofu, and Mama's special fried rice. The food has arrived. Now, the reason I ordered these 3 dishes in specific is because they're the ones with the most 1-star reviews. For starters, MJ left a review saying that these vegetables were not properly cleaned and had dirt on them. Looks clean to me. Not only is it clean, but this is some delicious bok choy. As for the fried rice, Chris J says it's not real, the texture is off, and it mushy like goo. So all my fried rice experts, what y'all think? I don't think it looks mushy. It doesn't taste mushy either. No, it's really good. Now that we've busted 2 out of the 3 food reviews, there's only 1 more left. This one kind of made me chuckle because apparently the mapo tofu is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal and tastes like a diaper. That's such a weird description of food, but let's see if it's true. Alright. Thickness check. Okay, I'll give him that. That's pretty thick. But does it taste like a diaper? That's fire. This has the perfect amount of spice that kind of does something to your brain that makes you crave more without, actually burning your mouth. This is the best thing I've had in the entire video. I kept eating and was just very thankful that I was not only able to find this place, but sit down and give it a shot. I know sometimes seeing bad restaurant reviews can be scary, but if I had trusted the ones here, the food would have stayed a mystery to me. The moral of the story is, maybe it's a good idea to try restaurants yourself instead of blindly trusting a bunch of bad reviews from people you don't know. You might be surprised.